In the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me. Yeah. That's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. Right. I fall like MLB. These Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this.
It's week 13 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Raiders coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight we got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off. And opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
Marty, you know, my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense has done in controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. They're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
On the opening kickoff, it will come out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He did 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go into talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we have a 1,000-yard record this year. That means something in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing down, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
They'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Smith up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. CD in this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, we were asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%.
They're supposed to have the ball on, man.
Probably growing since then.
I would actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Because of such tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull out. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And with the dime work on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give it to Smith out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I look at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play, go quickly and attack them. Because right now, they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll run it with Jacobs. And boy, a good surge defensively. They'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Well, you got that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what? Right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They go with
God
Jacobs.
damn it.
Being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From deep in their own territory,
get that nigga, man.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now a handoff looking right. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Shit like the last time.
They can only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they
Everybody
got
running
the
this
shot, but
opposite
not
for,
all
man.
that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1.
Ain't it
Let's see what
college?
they decide to do.
They tried it, though. They damn sure tried it.
The Broncos send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, trying to put together another drive.
And a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Second down, here's an option right. And he's going to take this one down about the 20-40-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Here's Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but
blocking that, man.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs.
Get in there. What? That's a touchdown.
Timeout. And that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. He'll step aside and give a report when we come back to Denver.
Man, they cheat, man.
McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Is this a touchdown? That's the question, CD.
Hell
what
yeah.
are you looking for here?
You just
The
need
ball
to
in the knee.
the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football.
Turn a different
It
angle,
doesn't
man.
need to
Stop
go
trying
on the
to cheat.
entire white line.
Oh, they
Just
cheat.
that part of the white line.
They
And if
at
you draw
home
an
too, they
imaginary
cheat.
plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hurts. spinning away. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And he'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd and inches, Hurts. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the Pro Bowl, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Here's Hurts to throw. Winston's got it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Hurts throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be taken down.
Hell no, that ain't no 1st down. What the fuck?
Yardage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stop.
Man, that's some bullshit.
50 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts.
Get the ball, get the ball.
And the Raiders have
Yes, sir. Come out.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Head this bitch out, man. Head this motherfucker out. See what we can get.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, good catch.
He'll be hauled down at the 30-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's going to be
Damn, we can't get it done, man. This time we got no time up.
And they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far.
Damn.
And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman.
It started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, sharp in the victory, as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. The Texans are into the win column, so 0-16 is off the table. But still, not much to celebrate after 11 straight losses. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Saquon Barkley, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this mid-season contest. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And not much happening there. He's taken down. A late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be...
He's got a man, complete! A huge play there for Denver, 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Broncos! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So how about that for a chain move? turnover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking now, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he's able to run free after the catch.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game. And
Oh, man, what the? Come on, what the hell?
Because they haven't had much success.
Man.
The first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6
I don't know how he
points.
caught that
And they're
bitch. Let
certainly
me
going to
see.
get that
He slid that
opportunity
bitch in there.
as they get the conversion
I thought it
and
was
set up
dropped.
1st and goal.
He slid that bitch right in there. Good catch.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Broncos about set to go on offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. That little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown. The defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get bigger play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So out come the Raiders. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. So it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The pickup there, 5 yards. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. He is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not down another turnover on his ledger.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. It's a pure play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys playing at the quarterback.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The offense on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when there's extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor of this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They had a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes to down, that's telling you as a defense, you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around.
We definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
But first down, Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run down, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 39, Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. Able to shake him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's going to be caught by Judy. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around, probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Again, idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
They run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
2nd and 5.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
That's why we got rid of your ass now.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. Down to the lead, and it's looking like the win streak is going to extend another lead. Another touchdown in the 4th quarter. Jones, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to try to run a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. They'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Here we go.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brad, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Las Vegas, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Denver, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.